And he is quickly, I'm not sure if the scoreboard's off. I thought it was a 3-0 count. Maybe it's 2-2. Apologies, folks. We're getting set up currently, trying to fix the camera and whatnot. I'm Matthew Belkin, joined here by Clayton Harris. He will be back momentarily. Jack Beck, the star of this Columbia team thus far. And he watches that one come by for strike 3.
It's one out.
And the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up number 27, the first baseman, Colby Browning. If you missed it, on Monday we were here at Patriots Park. Colby Browning, a 3-hit night, including a 3-run shot to left center field, had 5 RBIs on the night, hoping to replicate it here. Big game. That one's going to hit the outside corner for strike 1. Colby has been phenomenal this year. Here comes the 0-1. And that'll miss low and away for ball 1. And so that evens up the count to 1 ball and 1 strike here in the top of the first. That one finds inside the zone for strike 2. Here comes a 1-2. And that misses outside for ball 2. And that'll even up your count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Top of the first, 1 out, nobody on for Columbia Central. Here comes a 2-2. Low and away again for ball 3, and that'll bring the count to full. For the first baseman, Colby Browning. Here comes a payoff pitch. He offers at that one, but that will be fouled out of play onto the soccer field.
Out of play.
And so your count will remain full, and we'll do it again. Here comes a pitch. Colby going to get a hold of that one, batted to center field, and that'll get down for a single. Just a good contact hit there, squared it up. And so he'll be on first safely. That'll bring the center fielder, Asher Conley, to the plate. If you tuned in last night, folks, despite the loss, Conley had a big night, a 3-hit night, and made some spectacular plays in center field, including one where he just smacked right up on the wall but still managed to make the catch. Here comes a pitch. He'll offer at that one for strike 1. Here comes the 0-1. And that'll miss outside for ball 1, and so that'll even up your count to 1 ball and 1 strike. Top of the first here, 1 out, Columbia with a runner on first. No runs yet. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Offers at that one, fouled out of play onto the soccer field again. And so your count will be 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. And that'll miss low for ball 2, so that'll even up the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes for the center fielder, Asher Conley. Here comes a 2-2. He offers at that one, gets a good bit of it, hit out to right field, and that's going to hit the right field wall. Unable to field it, going to make the relay throw. But Conley is in there with a double, a stand-up double at that. So Columbia, still with only 1 out, will have runners at second and third here in the top of the first inning. Columbia
Runners on second and third,
looking to do a bit of damage
number 17, Adrian
early in the game.
Matthews.
This is going to bring up the senior, Adrian Matthews, to the plate. On Monday, he started us off with a solo shot to left center field. That was only the beginning of a 4-run inning for the Columbia Central Lions, so hopefully he can replicate that here. Here comes a pitch. He's going to offer at that one, but he will miss for strike one. Here comes the 0-1. That'll miss a good bit outside for ball one, and so that'll even up your count to 1 ball and 1 strike. Pitcher glances at the runners. Here comes a 1-1. Outside again for ball 2, so Matthews ahead in the count here. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Let's go, Dino, win this. Let's go win it.
Here comes a 2-1. Matthews gets a hold of that one. Going to be batted out to center field. Center fielder's tracking for it. He's got a beat on it. He'll catch it. Browning's going to tag from third, and he will be across the plate
Colt Brown catches
safely.
deep in center field. That's going to be a
Conley remains at second.
Browning
So
scores
Columbia
1-0.
on the board here early gets a run across the
2 outs,
plate
brings up the catcher
on the
number 11,
Adrian
Cole
Matthews sac fly to deep center field. And this is the start they wanted. That's going to bring the catcher, or excuse me, is this Gabe?
No, this is Cole.
This is Cole? I thought this was Cole. So yes, this will bring the catcher, Cole Williams, to the plate. Here comes a pitch. That one misses high for ball 1. So Columbia takes an early 1-0 lead. 2 outs, runner on second. Here in the top of the first. Pitcher glances, here comes a 1-0. And that misses outside for ball 2. So Cole Williams quickly ahead in the count here. 2 balls, no strikes. Here comes a 2-0. Outside again for ball 3. And Williams finds himself a good bit ahead of the count here. Free to do as he pleases when this pitch comes across the plate. And that'll miss outside for ball 4. So Cole Williams on board safely with a 4-pitch walk here in the top of the first inning.
Kingston Ward.
This will bring Kingston Ward to the plate, the junior second baseman.
Don't make him swing it. Let's go now.
Columbia really needs this game. And they are certainly coming out as such. Here comes the pitch. Kingston offers it that one. Going to be hit real high. Second baseman's got a beat on it. But he will make the catch for the 3rd out. So Columbia plates one on an Adrian Matthews sac fly to deep center field. And they'll lead 1-0 after the top of the first, folks. We'll be back for the bottom of the first in just a moment.
When it comes to your internet, you shouldn't have to talk to a robot or someone halfway across the globe. At CPWS, you don't. We live and work right here in Columbia, providing local support you can trust and service that's built into the heart of our community. Right now, it's never been easier to make the switch. New customers can get CPWS internet for just $50 a month. Experience the difference of local service and blazing fast speeds. Call us today, 931-375-7777.
Hi, I'm Robert Rogers at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
And I'm Michael Parks Lawrence at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
Together, we're Mr. Bobby Parks' grandsons, and we run his dealership, and we are glad to be part of our local community.
Being family owned and operated, we invest heavily in our community.
We do things like sports teams, schools, bands, you name it. We try to help everybody we can.
The reason why we do this is because we all love this community.
So come do business with us, your neighbors, at Parks Motor Sales in Columbia, Tennessee, right off Nashville Highway, or at parksmotorsales.com.
Hello, I'm Rick Whitley.
And I'm Daniel Pollard from Jones & Lang Sporting Goods. We would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you for the many years of support. Since 1966, Jones & Lang has been locally owned and operated and supplying teams from T-ball to college. Stop by and see what we can do for you. We offer a wide variety of services from silk screening and embroidery to our custom trophy and awards department.
We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 9 to noon. Remember, Jones & Lang Sporting Goods, the look of a winner.
And welcome back, everybody. Bottom of the first inning here live from Page High School. Columbia strikes first. They lead 1-0 over Page. Clayton Harris alongside Matthew Belkin.
Balkan.
My apologies.
Well, Clayton.
Couldn't have got, well, yeah, you could have asked for a better start, but still a 1-0 lead here going in the bottom of the first. A good start for Columbia.
You know, I feel like we have started so many games recently with one in the top or the bottom of the first. It's almost routine at this point. It's a shock. Granted, it wasn't the case this time. It's a shock when Jack Beck doesn't round home plate.
Leading off the game in the bottom of the first inning.
In the first inning.
That's true. But it's also a good sign that when he doesn't, we still got other folks behind him that will.
Absolutely. So your pitcher on the mound today for the Lions is going to be the freshman, number 24, Branham Smith.
So this will be a huge, huge game. The winner will win the series. Page has already locked up the district championship for the regular season.
Columbia, with a win, has a chance to cement themselves at second.
Breaking ball comes in for strike one.
And Clayton, I'm going to tell you right now, after one half inning of watching this umpire, you're going to have to wait a minute to see the call.
Which, you know what? Those are good mechanics. It gives him time to think about what he wants to do. I was taught that when I got into umpiring when I was younger. Is that pitch hits the outside corner for strike two.
Very nicely done, Branham. It's been an honest zone thus far. I have no complaints.
That's all you can ask for.
Here comes the 0-2 from Branham. Offers at that one, but fouled into the netting. So your count will remain no balls and two strikes, and we'll do it again. Clayton, how you feeling, buddy?
I'm good. I'm making sure that we're up on all of our different streams and websites.
Folks, we thank you for tuning in if you chose to do so. Here comes the 0-2.
That's hard hit.
But Conley's under it.
Fantastic.
Barely had to move.
Hard hit ball to center field. Line drive is caught by Asher Conley out there, number 7. So with one out, nobody on, brings up the shortstop, number 3, Parker Tompkins.
So here's Parker Tompkins. Batter for the Page Patriots.
Tompkins, I believe, hit one to dead center yesterday in a home run that tied the ball game up.
Yes, he did. Pitch will miss outside for ball one.
Tell you what, if he hits one dead center today, I'd be extremely impressed given the wall.
Absolutely. You see the big 365 in dead center.
The wall's a good, 35 feet high.
Hey, your count right here.
Oh, I'd say at least.
If you hit one over that wall, that means you hit it about at least 400.
It's impressive. I like the setup of this field, though.
I do as well.
290 down the right field line, 300 down the left. 2-0 to Tompkins. This is high for ball 3. Belkin, you think they're being extra careful with him?
You know, if they are, I'm not gonna lie, Clayton. I just attack him. Whatever happens, happens.
So a 3-0 count here to Tompkins. Sure he'll take here. Pitch from Smith. Comes in for strike number 1. Got a message that little Lewis Chumley's listening to the broadcast.
We have a 3-month-old viewer.
Uncle Bulkin, as that's going to be ball 4. And a base runner at first.
Tompkins earns the walk. Brings up the bat with 1 out, 1 on. The catcher, number 6, Bryson Hastings.
So here's Hastings. We saw him on the mound too earlier in the week, didn't we, Chumley?
Oh, my
Belkin.
goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Sorry.
I'm not sure if we saw him, but I know he is a closer, I believe.
Okay.
Looking to induce some weak contact here. Hopefully grounded to Jack Beck for the double play.
It's the latest, well, maybe the second latest first pitch of the year. I believe that Sparkman, Alabama game may have been a 7 o'clock
I believe it was.
game, but here we are tonight in the final district regular season game.
The Sparkman game was the first game I attended of the season.
And since then, and I'm not just saying that, they have really played well as that pitch hits the outside corner for strike 2. So 0-2 to Hastings.
Down in the count early as Branham regains his composure, looking to make him pay for the 2-strike count here in the bottom of the first.
0-2 is going to be hit to third. Gathered over by Bedingfield, then over to first for the double play in time. And Columbia will head to the second with a 1-0 lead. And a great job. We'll look at the replay of that one again, Belkin.
Phenomenal job.
That was Bedingfield over to second and then over to first in the scoop by Browning.
Nicely done.
We'll head to the second. Columbia Central 1, Page nothing. We'll take a timeout and be back right after this.
Third baseman, Gavin
Hello, this is Rick
Bedingfield.
Tillis from Tillis Jewelry. What is a full-service jeweler? Experienced staff, custom designers, in-house jewelry repairs, and beautiful jewelry. Yes, at Tillis Jewelry, we are passionate, knowledgeable, and committed to integrity. We strive to be the best in our community and in our profession. We build long-term relationships and become part of family traditions that will cross generations. We delight clients by providing an unparalleled selection, superior service, and exceptional value. Tillis Jewelry, we exceed your expectations.
Hi, I'm Robert Rogers at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
And I'm Michael Parks Lawrence at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
Together, we're Mr. Bobby Parks' grandsons, and we run his dealership, and we are glad to be part of our local community.
Being family owned and operated, we invest heavily in our community.
We do things like sports teams, schools, bands, you name it. We try to help everybody we can.
The reason why we do this is because we all love this community.
So come do business with us, your neighbors, at Parks Motor Sales in Columbia, Tennessee, right off Nashville Highway, or at parksmotorsales.com.
And welcome back, everybody. Top of the first.
Top of the second.
Top of the second, excuse me. 1-0 Columbia after a RBI sac fly by Adrian Matthews.
To deep center field.
Good contact.
Phenomenal contact.
May have been out. It probably would have been out at other areas of the park.
That probably would have been out at Mark Pickle Field.
Could have been, yeah. I would say Mark Pickle Field is a pretty hitter-friendly park.
I would agree.
You consistently see balls flying out of the ballpark there.
You do. And I think the proof of that would be the indentations in the wall.
That is correct. Definitely need some body work done.
So to start this inning for the Lions, your hitter is going to be number 22, Gabe Leonard.
Well, see what kind of approach Gabe takes tonight.
Leading off the top of the second inning, For the Lions, it's going to be right fielder number 22, Gabe Leonard.
Saw Gabe in the dugout a bit before we left Columbia Central. Seems pretty locked in today, Clayton.
I hope so. Well, that pitch will lock in the outside corner for strike one. Owie.
Owie is right.
We'll take a look at that one. As he attempted to bunt, it ricocheted off the bat and hit the catcher.
Into a not-so-friendly place.
No. Well, the Celts locked in at 0-2. See what he can do here.
Hopefully he can lock in for a base hit.
Here's the 0-2. Up and away for ball one.
Good eye.
Yep.
Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Offers at that one for strike three.
One out, brings up the bat the pitcher, number 24, Branham Smith.
So one out for the Columbia Central Lions here in the top of the second inning. That brings Branham Smith, today's pitcher, the freshman, number 24, to the plate. And that'll hit outside for strike one. That seemed a bit outside, Clayton.
It appeared.
We'll take it, though. Here comes the 0-1. Low and away for ball one. And that'll even up your count to 1 ball, 1 strike. Here comes a 1-1. That's in there for strike two. Clayton, a beautiful day here at Patriots Park in Franklin.
Really is. Sun starting to set. Lights coming on here. Should give you a little bit better view on the broadcast.
Here comes a 1-2.
If you're not listening on your radio on 103.7 WKRM.
That one misses high for ball two, and so that'll even up the count to 2 balls, 2 strikes here in the top of the second. Columbia, nobody on, 1 out. And that one misses low and away for ball 3, and your count will be full.
Turley up to 35 pitches for Page.
Columbia's making them earn it. Here comes the payoff pitch. And that misses outside for ball 4.
Good at bat by Branham.
Smith with the walk.
And he will walk safely
Runner
to
on
first.
1 out, brings up the third baseman, number 5, Gavin Bedingfield.
I was watching at Columbia Central today from the dugout, just watching their BP sessions, Clayton, and Bedingfield was putting bat to ball.
Good.
A courtesy runner.
He's fully capable. Gavin's a good ball player.
Yes, he absolutely is. Phenomenal pitcher as well. And it looks like his BP session paid off,
Base hit by number
as he will get a base hit and advance
by left fielder Flynn
the runner
Steele.
to second.
Looks like it's number 12, Caden Taylor. KT's in the ball game.
Like the courtesy runner is number 12, Caden Taylor.
And we will round back
Now to bat
to the
is
top of the
leadoff batter,
lineup.
shortstop, number 2, Jack Beck.
And this will bring Iron Man himself, Jack Beck, to the plate. Walk-up music absent today given the away game, however, still here in spirit given the man in the box. So Columbia with 1 out here in the top of the second will have runners at first and second. Here comes the pitch. And that one misses outside for ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. And that misses a good bit outside for ball 2. Do you think they're opting to not pitch to him, Clayton?
They're definitely going to make him earn it if he wants to find a ball to hit.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they'll take their chances with bases loaded and a force out at any bag.
Yep. We talked about it. Him walking to first is better than the alternative. More often than not.
Foul ball.
He'll foul that one off for strike 1. So your count will be 2 balls and 1 strike here in the top of the second inning. Columbia leads 1-0. Runners on first and second. 1 out.
Is there any projection on where round-wise Jack's looking?
I am not sure. Here comes the 2-1.
No.
He'll hold off on that one for ball 3. So Jack quickly finds himself a good bit ahead of the count here at 3 balls and 1 strike. I was trying to figure it out the other day. Not asking around, just kind of putting some thinking skills to
I mean, is there like mock draft? I know they do them for like NFL. They do mock drafts for the MLB.
They do, but it usually only goes to the first 2 or 3 rounds.
Gotcha.
Just because after that it's
There's
kind
so
of
many.
Yep. So the bases will be juiced
Number 27, Colby Brown.
for the first baseman, Colby Browning, after the walk by Jack Beck.
And Colby went yard
Yes, he did.
here on Monday.
He did. He had a 3-run shot to left center field. He hit an absolute bomb.
Now would be a great time to do the same thing again.
Absolutely.
Columbia in their black and gray jerseys, purple numbers.
I love these black jerseys. So bases juiced here in the top of the second inning. 1 out. Colby gets a hold of that one down the left field line. That's going to be at a minimum a stand-up double. That's going to bring in 1. That's going to bring in 2. So Columbia plates 2 more. And they will have runners on second and third with 1 out here in the top of the second inning as they extend their lead to 3-0. Phenomenal job by the first baseman, Colby Browning.
And that left fielder was playing more towards left center. And he hit it right down the line. You see the replay here, just a great hit.
That's going to bring Asher Conley to the plate, who has the same amount of power, if not more.
Columbia in a good spot here.
Absolutely. Here comes the pitch. And that'll be in there for strike 1. Not too sure about that, but, we're up, so I'm not going to say nothing.
Got to adjust.
Asher Conley last night, despite the loss, had a 3-hit night. Here comes the 0-1. That'll miss outside for ball 1. So your count will be even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Here comes the 1-1. Conley holds up on that one, and it'll miss high for ball 2.
Turley seems a little
shaken?
Slightly.
Yep.
This is not what he planned.
It is not. We discussed plate approach before the game and said he is prone. I think he has such good control that he's prone to walks, as crazy as that sounds, because he wants to get you chasing.
He is struggling right now.
He has a good bit of strikeouts, but he also has a good amount of walks on the season. But here's the thing, Clayton. He doesn't have a single hit by pitch on the season. So
interesting.
I suspected his control is so good that sometimes he often gets himself in a pickle. Here comes the 3-1 pitch.
Good eye.
And that will miss for ball 4. So once again, bases are juiced. And that will bring up Adrian Matthews, who in the top of the first inning had a deep, deep, deep sac fly.
Loads him up.
That would have been out at nearly any other part of the ballpark, except maybe the 340 zone.
Yeah. So Matthews will step to the side and have a little talk with Simler here as they meet on the mound to discuss their plate approach or their pitching approach here.
Patriots Park.
Got nothing on Mark Pickle Field, Clayton.
Which is where we'll be hosting the district tournament starting here in about 10 days or so, I believe. It's hard to believe the season's already
coming to
an end and the postseason about to begin.
Had some conversations with the coaching staff about the right time to get hot, and this is the time, and they've done exactly that.
I agree. So Turley will stay in the game with 48 pitches thus far.
In a bit of a jam here with the bases juiced and a power bat at the plate.
Let's see what happens.
Here comes a pitch. Matthews going to swing for the fences on that one, but he will miss for strike one. He was looking to send that one anywhere but here.
It's a big swing.
Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Offers again for strike two. So Matthews quickly down in the count here. No balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the 0-2. Misses outside for ball 1. So your count will be 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here in the top of the second inning, Columbia leads 3-0. 1 out, bases juiced. Here comes a 1-2. Matthews offers at that one, but to no avail. So he will strike out swinging for the second out of the inning.
Brings up the bat, the catcher, number 11, Cole Williams.
As you hear the PA announcer, that brings the catcher, Cole Williams, to the plate, who has one of the hottest bats of them all on the team at the moment.
Agreed.
As he looks to keep that rolling here at Patriots Park. Here comes a pitch. Cole's going to make contact with that one, but it's fielded by the pitcher cleanly. He'll make the throw to first for the out. Turley able to get out of that bases juice jam, unfortunately. So Columbia will plate 2 on the stand-up double. We'll be back for the bottom of the second in just a moment, folks.
And that is 3.
Hello, I'm Rick Whitley.
And I'm Daniel Pollard from Jones & Lang Sporting Goods. We would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you for the many years of support. Since 1966, Jones & Lang has been locally owned and operated and supplying teams from T-ball to college. Stop by and see what we can do for you. We offer a wide variety of services from silk screening and embroidery to our custom trophy and awards department.
We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 9 to noon. Remember, Jones & Lang Sporting Goods, the look of a winner.
We at Hollins Pharmacy must be doing something right. We've been providing pharmaceutical services in the Middle Tennessee area for over 60 years. The guiding principles of our business are fast, accurate, friendly, personal service. We do not have long waiting lines, and our phone calls are answered by a staff member. We strive to get to know our customers by name, not just a date of birth or number. We are your locally owned hometown pharmacy, and we appreciate your business. We urge you to come visit us at Hollins Pharmacy, 1608 Hatcher Lane here in Columbia.
Tucker Burke coming up.
And welcome back, folks, to Patriots Park here at Page High School, Franklin, Tennessee. We are in the bottom of the second inning. Columbia puts 1 on the board in the top of the first and 2 on the board in the top of the second. So they lead 3-0 here against the Patriots of Page. Clayton, Columbia looks pretty good thus far.
Couldn't ask for a much better start. I mean, 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors thus far. I mean,
couple of walks.
We've had some good at bats, other than maybe 1 I can think of.
They're seeing the ball well.
They are. So, yeah, good start. Got to keep it up. You know, we talked about it last night. 3 runs probably isn't going to win you the game.
No, it is not.
So, you know, you just got to keep battling, keep taking advantage of what you can do, and
you know, in a best case scenario, you hope 1 run wins you the game, but this is not the team for that. Branham Smith returns to the mound for the second inning. Here comes the pitch. Going to make contact with that one. Gets by Jack Beck just right under his glove. A very hard hit ball.
Tried to backhand it. I think he probably could have had time to get over there.
Nobody out. Brings up the third baseman.
We'll look at it.
Luke Brown.
It was close. I mean, it's unfortunate, but.
So Page with a runner on first, no outs here in the bottom of the second inning, as Branham looks to retire the next three, hopefully. Here comes the pitch. And that'll be in there for strike one. This umpire surely does take his time.
Well, first off, don't call me Shirley. And yes, he likes to take his time for sure.
I wasn't sure what the call was going to be there for a moment.
He's very casual.
Here comes the 0-1.
Like, if I could imagine Stanley Hudson from The Office, like, umpiring baseball, it would kind of be like this guy.
Like if he just had
his
to.
mechanics,
Yeah.
yes. Just, really nonchalant, like, yeah, I'm here.
It's like, yeah, I guess it's a strike.
Yeah.
So your count will be no balls and 2 strikes. Here comes that 0-2 pitch. Gonna make contact with that
hard.
one. Batted to right field. However, the runner coming from first will be held up at second. So Page will have runners at first and second with no outs here in the bottom of the second. No, just a good hit ball, Clayton.
Yeah, it was a bullet out there. There's nothing you can do about that one.
Nope.
It's a good piece of hitting on an 0-2 count there.
It's going to bring number 13 to the plate. This kid is massive, Clayton.
It's Johnson, the first baseman.
Here comes a pitch.
That's pretty.
In there for strike one. Good breaking ball by Branham Smith. Here comes the 0-1. In a moment. And that'll miss outside for ball one. I thought that would have been in there, Clayton.
That last one?
That one he just threw.
It is a little out to me.
A little out? Okay.
Yeah. It's you're kind of sitting ground level.
Yeah.
Imagine being at Vanderbilt's basketball gymnasium.
Oh, my goodness.
That's kind of similar. We're kind of looking up somewhere.
Runners are going to go. They're going to put the double steal on Cole.
Oh, no. Ooh, thank goodness.
My. Testing the arm.
Porter steals third.
Double steal.
They get the double steal there, so runners advance to second and third. Still no outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Almost had a disaster. Cole Williams overthrew the ball just a bit, but Bedingfield was able to jump up and make the snag. So 2-1 count, runners on second and third, no outs here in the bottom of the second. Here comes that 2-1 pitch. And that'll miss high for ball 3. Branham sets up. 3-1 count. Here comes that 3-1 pitch.
Good.
In there for strike 2. And that will move the count to full.
What are you throwing right here, Belkin?
With Branham's pitching diet, I'm just going. I'm giving him high heater.
Give him something to hit.
Here comes a payoff pitch. Branham does give the high heater, but it misses high and away for ball 4. So Page will have the bases juiced here in the bottom of the second. Still no outs on the board.
Well, this isn't ideal.
No, it is not.
Tucker Burke is your batter. I'll tell you what, though, the one thing I think Columbia has an advantage, the Page home jerseys look a lot like the Mets.
They do.
See?
Hit high. Fielded by Browning at first for the first out of the inning.
First baseman Colby Browning.
So all we need now, Clayton, is some weak contact for a nice double play.
So with one
That's
out,
right.
bases loaded, brings up
All you did was say the word Mets and they popped out.
Isn't it incredible? If they play the Pink Pony Club during the game tonight, we're golden.
We're fine.
I'm telling you, the Hex will be on.
Branham sizes up the pitcher, or excuse me, the batter here.
Corners in for Columbia. Ooh, what a pretty pitch.
In there for strike one. A good bit of break on that ball.
Yeah.
Had about close to a foot of vertical drop on it. Gave him something off speed. He didn't know what to do with it. So here comes the 0-1 pitch from Branham Smith. Bases juiced. That one's going to be hit to left field, but it will be foul.
Ooh.
foul ball.
So
boy, if you can get him swinging right here, Belkin, that would be huge.
Yes, it would. It would be, it would be a momentum shifter.
Mm-hmm.
So the batter quickly down. No balls, 2 strikes in the count. Off of a strike looking and a long foul ball. Branham sets up. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
Oh, he got him.
Got him swinging. At a strike low for strike 3.
Nice pitch
So
there
Page,
from Smith.
after
It's 2
loading the
outs, brings up as
bases,
center fielder number 1, Colt Brown.
Branham Smith retires 2 batters in a row.
And I'm just telling you, these jerseys are white pinstripe with blue pinstripe. They're white with blue pinstripe.
Blue lettering,
It's Met blue too.
it is Met blue, and it's that font across the script style font across the front. It certainly does look like the Mets. I actually hadn't noticed that until you pointed it out, Clayton. So bases juice, 2 outs. Here comes the pitch. That one's going to get down between second and short. Conley makes the relay throw. And Page will plate 2 here in the bottom of the second inning. And that cuts Columbia's lead from 3-0 to 3-2.
We're back up to the leadoff hitter. It's left fielder number 10, Flynn Steele.
That brings Flynn Steele to the plate, Page's leadoff hitter. So Page, 2 outs, runners on first and second. They trail 2-3. As Branham Smith sets up for the pitch. And here comes that pitch. And that'll miss outside for ball 1. Branham just needs to regain his composure here. Here comes the 1-0 pitch from Branham Smith. And that will miss high, I suppose, for ball 2. I thought that one was in there on the outside corner, but the umpire disagreed. So, folks, here comes the 2-0 pitch, and that misses outside for ball 3. Summit is at Independence currently. Independence is at Summit. Columbia would surely appreciate a Summit win. However, after 5, Independence leads Summit 2-1. So it is still a relatively close ball game. Here comes the 3-0 pitch from Branham. And that's in there for strike 1. As you hear, the Page supporters are disappointed with that call.
Yeah, just a hair.
Do you suspect they want their money back, Clayton?
Haven't heard that yet.
Here comes the 3-1 pitch from Branham Smith. Fouled back out of play onto the soccer field for strike 2, so that will move the count to full. Page, 2 outs, runners at first and second. Full count here as Branham looks to retire this batter. However, time will be called for just a moment. Sun setting here at Patriots Park. A lovely day, probably about 70 degrees right now. Lots of foliage in the background. Beautiful ballpark. Here comes the payoff pitch from Branham Smith. And he gets him swinging at that one for strike 3.
Who had foliage on their bingo card?
So Columbia able to get out of that jam with just a bit of damage. Page cuts the deficit to 2-3 in the bottom of the second, folks. We'll be back for the top of the third in just a moment.
This is Trip Stoltz, owner and manager at Columbia Ace Hardware. We have changed our store hours to better serve our community. Columbia Ace Hardware is now open from 7 to 7 Monday through Friday, from 8 to 4 on Saturday, and closed on Sunday. Come see us at 112 East James Campbell Boulevard and let us show you customer service that can only be found at Columbia Ace Hardware.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
In our connected world, a strong, reliable internet connection isn't just a luxury, it's a lifeline. For work, for school, for staying in touch. That's why when you need assistance, you want someone you can trust. Someone who knows your community and understands the unique needs of your neighborhood. That's where our local customer service and tech support team comes in. Our local support specialists are real people with real solutions right here in your hometown. At CPWS, we're more than just an internet provider. We're your neighbors, dedicated to keeping our community connected with local service you can see and local support you can hear.
And welcome back, folks, to Page High School here at Patriots Park. We're in the top of the third. Kingston Ward at bat, and he shows bunt. He gets it down, beautiful. And he's going to be in there with plenty of time. He shows bunt and gets it down.
Look at the replay of this. You'll see the pitcher do the splits.
Yes, he did. He fell straight backwards. What a beautiful bunt from Kingston Ward. That was beautiful, Clayton.
That was fantastic.
Gets a bunt down the third base line.
I almost do the same thing again right here.
With the man who's at the plate, you suspect he might. Coach Simler, that is. So top of the third, Columbia leads 3-2. No outs, runner on first. Gabe Leonard shows bunt, but it's popped up high, and the pitcher's got it.
Dean Turley comes off the mound.
Disaster for the out.
For an out.
So Gabe Leonard pops out on a bunt to the pitcher.
Brings up the pitcher, number 24, Branham Smith.
So Columbia with 1 out. Runner remains at first, the runner being Kingston Ward. This brings today's pitcher, Branham Smith, to the plate. Here comes a pitch. Branham offers at that one. That's got a good bit of pop on it. Oh. It's out! My goodness, Branham Smith with his first career varsity home run, and it was the perfect time for it.
Absolutely fantastic.
Home run for Branham Smith, the pitcher.
Attaboy, Branham Smith. And that was his first varsity career home run.
I believe that is correct. It is.
Page 2. 1 out, nobody on, brings up the third baseman, number 5, Gavin.
Got the tail end of it, and that ball just got It carried high in the air, man. That was incredible.
That was a phenomenal hit, but Clayton, I'll tell you, that shows you how far you really have to hit it to get over that left field wall.
You got to hit it up high in the air. Right?
Yeah.
For sure.
I paused for a moment because the left fielder sat under it like he was about to catch it. So Gavin Bedingfield here at the plate, he had a single to left field in his last plate appearance. 1 out. Columbia extends their lead to 5-2. And that one misses inside for ball 1, so that will even up your count to 1 ball and 1 strike. What a hit from Brandon Smith. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. And that's in there for strike 2. So your count will be 1 ball, 2 strikes. Clayton, I apologize for pausing there. I didn't know if that was going to be a home run or not.
No, that was incredible. That was an incredible hit by Branham.
Bedingfield goes down swinging on 4 pitches.
Nice pitch there by
for the
Dean
second
Turner.
out of the top of the 3rd.
Now we're back up at the top of the lineup with 2 outs, nobody on. It's the shortstop, number 2.
This
Jack
will
Beck.
bring Jack Beck to the plate, the senior shortstop, the Georgia Southern commit.
Columbia has made up for the 2 runs that Page scored in the bottom of the 2nd. Extend their lead back to 3. Now Jack's looking to make it 4.
Did it almost immediately, Clayton.
Yeah, I know.
Here comes a pitch to Jack.
And did it at the bottom of the lineup, too.
That'll be in there for strike 1. Hits the outside away corner. We've alluded to it before, Clayton. Every part of this lineup is capable of hitting.
That's what I'm saying. Once they all get on the same page and everybody's in a groove, they're going to be tough, man.
Yes, they will, as that one misses high and away for ball 1. So your count will be even at 1 ball and 1 strike here to Jack Beck, top of the lineup. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. And that will miss high and away again for ball 2.
A freshman in 4A baseball hitting a home run and pitching.
Yep.
In the biggest district game of the year.
A little Branham Smith Tani action.
You got to love it. I mean, you got to love it that Coach Similar will play his best players regardless of grade.
That one missed outside for ball 3, so a 3-1 pitch here to Jack. And that misses low and away for ball 4, so Jack Beck will be put on first safely again.
Brings up first baseman number 27.
I suspect, Clayton, they are smarter than to pitch to him.
Yeah, and, typically you don't want to get your second out stealing or anything like that, but I'm just not so sure if you're not aggressive here if you're Coach Similar with Jack.
Jack might be the exception to that rule.
That's what I'm saying. I think, right here, maybe you see if you can get him in scoring position.
That one comes across in the zone for strike 1 to the first baseman, Colby Browning. Columbia leads 5-2 here in the top of the 3rd. 2 outs, runner on first, maybe a runner on second. And Jack will try for second. He's going down, and they got him. A rare caught stealing for Jack Beck. Extremely rare. So Columbia gets their 3rd out of the top of the 3rd.
You know what, though? I'm okay with that. Number 1, a great throw by the catcher.
Great pop time.
Yeah. That's okay. You get back up to the lineup. You got Colby Browning coming back up to bat.
Yep.
When we get to the 4th.
Yep.
Score 2.
So Columbia plates 2 more in the top of the 3rd. They extend their lead to 5-2. Folks, we'll be back for the bottom of the 3rd inning in just a moment.
Mid lead.
Farmer Johnny here, Taylor Family Farm. I want to give y'all a little look-see. We raise 100% non-GMO, grass-fed beef, pasture chicken, and pork on our family farm. Everything that we grow is raised with love and care to ensure the highest quality and nutrition for our family and customers. You can shop online at TaylorFamilyFarmTN.com or visit our farm store in person at Etheridge, Tennessee at 301 Dave Reisner Road. That's TaylorFamilyFarmTN.com for more information.
Hi, I'm Chris Chumley, owner of Expert Landscaping, LLC. Located in beautiful Columbia, Tennessee, Expert Landscaping specializes in consulting and design for all your outdoor needs, as well as installations for landscaping, pools, patios, outdoor kitchens, fireplaces, irrigation, and lighting. Call us today at 931-374-1772. Expert Landscaping, where quality work is an investment in the future.
And you heard it, folks. Give Chris Chumley a call at 931-374-1772.
We've alluded to it many times. You don't have to call him for just landscaping. You call him for anything.
Quality work and an investment for the future can mean a lot of things.
It absolutely can. Give him a call. Just talk about your day.
Yeah.
Complain about anything.
If you need a friend.
Someone to lean on. Call Chris Chumley. As that one misses outside for ball one. Branham Smith back out here on the mound hoping to keep this a 3-run lead. Here comes the 1-0. That one will be fouled out of play for strike one.
Out of play.
So that will even up your count to 1 ball and 1 strike here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Clayton, a very competitive game thus far.
Yeah, it has been. Yes, it has been.
Here comes the 1-1 pitch from Branham Smith. Batter gets a hold of that one, batted out to right field. It gets down. Gabe Leonard unable to field it, but he'll pick it up. Makes the relay throw.
Parker Tompkins with a double to right
But the
field.
batter will be in there safely for a stand-up double here in the bottom of the 3rd
There
inning.
by Gabe Leonard in right field. Tompkins leads off.
You know, Clayton, I can't get my mind off of it. That was an incredible home run from Brandon.
That was unbelievable.
I mean, that was a moonshot. Hopefully it carries over to the bottom of the 3rd and he shuts him down here. Here comes the pitch. And that's in there for strike 1. So Page trails 2-5 here in the bottom of the 3rd. No outs, runner on second. No balls, 1 strike here to the batter, Hastings. Here comes the 0-1. As that is fouled out of play towards the parking lot for strike 2. As you hear the sound effects in the background. Drake asked if that sound effect was real the other day, Clayton.
Oh.
To which I had to inform him that it was not. So Hastings quickly down in the count here. No balls, 2 strikes. Runner on second. No outs. Here comes the 0-2. That one's going to be hit high to right field. But it is caught by the... Was that... Yes, that was caught
Kingston.
by Kingston, the second baseman. He trots out to right field to make that catch. Apologies, folks, for the first out of the inning.
So with 1 out, 1 on, brings up to bat the designated hitter, number 7, Silas Porter.
This brings Silas Porter to the plate for the Patriots of Page. Runner remains on second. 1 out. Branham glances at the runner, staring a good bit. Here comes the pitch. Beautiful. Okay. Good breaking ball that I thought found the inside of the zone. The umpire disagreed, and that will be ball 1.
Yeah. Stanley didn't agree.
He did not. Here comes... Oh, batter will ask time as he learns about the morphing zone.
Porter's 0 for 1 this evening.
Soon to be 0 for 2.
As Smith is at 40, only 40 pitches here in the bottom of the 3rd.
Efficient thus far.
Very, very efficient.
Here comes the 1-0 pitch from Branham Smith to Porter. And that misses outside for ball 2. as the sun has now almost fully set, and we have a pale, dark blue sky in the background. Branham glancing at the runner at second. Here comes a 2-0. And that's in there for strike one.
David Sisk taking the night off, enjoying the game in his recliner.
Well earned.
Absolutely.
Joins us on the broadcast regularly. Does a phenomenal job. Great color guy. Talk about anything. Branham sets up. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. As that one is fouled out of play behind the netting for strike two, and your count will be even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here in the bottom of the third inning, Columbia leads 5-2 with 1 out. Branham looking for the call, sets up, glances at the runner. Here comes a 2-2. Fouled out of play again, so your count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes, and we'll do it again.
And again, that phone number is 931-374-1772. Chris Chumley.
Yes, it is.
Gambling tips.
Whatever.
I know we got some NBA playoffs tonight.
Call him for whatever. Here comes the 2-2. Fouled into the netting again.
Foul ball.
So your count stays 2-2, and we'll do it again. I love talking to Chris Chumley every day about whatever's on my mind.
The 2022 Firefighter of the Year. I mean, think about that.
MVP award, if you will.
And an MVP fireman stash, man, I'm telling you.
Got that sick handlebar mustache.
Is that Mike Dicko look?
Similar in stature as well. As that one's hit towards the Lions' dugout, but it will land on the roof.
Foul ball. Out of play.
On the roof.
As this batter is staying alive.
Yes, he is. And honestly, I mean, we're right here in the middle of all this stuff. I think these Page fans are a little
scared?
Well, I think they're a little shocked.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think they can believe, like, here we go again.
What's happening right now?
At our home field.
Branham glancing at the runner, 2-2 count. Here comes that 2-2 pitch. And that one's going to be hit foul again.
Ooh, he maybe. No, again, it hit the roof.
2 in a row.
Place, foul ball.
Same exact spot on the roof of the visitor's dugout.
Speaking of roofs, you need one worked on. Call 931-374-1772.
Chris Chumley will do you good.
Expert Roofing.
An investment in the future.
Absolutely.
Of your shingles.
Shingles expert Chris Chumley.
So your count remains 2-2 after 4 consecutive fouled off balls. Branham glances at the runner at second. Here comes the 2-2 again. And that'll miss for ball 3.
What an at bat. My gosh.
So the count will move to full for Branham Smith. As Clayton alluded to, this is a phenomenal at-bat thus far, no matter what team you are a fan of.
7-pitch at-bat.
This is just good baseball. Here comes the payoff pitch. Fouled out of play again.
He's hitting it to that same spot every time.
So your count will remain full, and we'll do it again for the 5th or 6th time. He is certainly making Branham earn it.
Yeah, and Branham is making him earn it too. I mean, it's a quite a duel.
Yes, it is. Full count. Here comes a pitch from Branham Smith. Runner goes to third. but it's fouled out of play again.
We're up to 9 pitches in this at bat.
And folks, I don't know how long y'all have been watching, but I believe it was one of the first Coffee County game at home. We had a 20-pitch at bat.
It's absurd.
Hoping they don't waste Branham's energy here, and hopefully he gets out on this pitch.
Well, I haven't had to touch the scoreboard in a while.
Fair point. Here comes a pitch.
Got him.
Got him swinging.
What a beautiful ending to that duel.
For strike 3 and the second out of the inning after an extremely competitive at-bat.
About 16 pitches. I don't know what that was. It was a lot. Coming up to bat, it's third baseman, number 8, Luke Brown.
That's going to bring Luke Brown to the plate. Clayton, I'm hesitant to say it. I do believe this is one of their power bats and the man they rely on when there are runners in scoring position, if I've done my research correctly. Hopefully he gets out here.
Well, he's 1 for 1 tonight, thus far.
Here comes a pitch.
Oh, boy.
That's hit to right field. Gabe Leonard gets under it and makes the catch for the third out of the inning. A line drive to right field, but he's able to get to it.
Ball was tailing back to the right.
Yes, it was. Gabe Leonard gets that third out. So Columbia holds on to their 5-2 lead after 3 full innings, folks. We'll be back for the top of the 4th inning in just a moment.
Is your insurance up to date in today's world? Foster Insurance Agency is an insurance agency you can depend on for your commercial and personal insurance needs. Foster tailors insurance coverage to meet your unique requirements stemming from years of experience and represents several top-rated companies such as Erie Insurance. Call Mike Ford or Jimmy Ford today at 931-388-8365 or stop by their convenient Columbia location at 204 West 4th Street. Foster Insurance, serving Middle Tennessee since 1952.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Ford, Foster Insurance Agency here in downtown Columbia. We've been here since 1952, located at 204 West 4th Street. We specialize in commercial insurance. We write home, auto, and life insurance. We write anything from your bulldozer to your helicopter, from churches to bars. Come see myself, Mike, Shelby, or Nikki. We'll be happy to take care of you. We specialize in service.
And welcome back, folks, to Patriots Park here at Page High School, Franklin, Tennessee. Branham Smith comes off the mound after an excruciating matchup between him and the batter, but he gets him swinging, and then they get the line out to right field for the third out. You're going to have Colby Browning here at the plate in the top of the 4th.
Ooh, good hit.
And he gets good contact.
Come on, Colby, get there.
To the second baseman. He bobbled it, but picked it up in time for the out. We thought Colby was going to have a chance there to get to first. He was running it out, but the second baseman threw it just in time.
Brings up to bat the center fielder, number 7, Asher Conley.
You know, I think that was just one of those where it's hit to you with so much time.
Right.
It's like
you have enough time to recover.
Yep.
Any bobble.
So Asher Conley at the plate, and he'll watch that one come across in the dirt for ball 1. It's like when you're just extremely open on a three-pointer. You just start overthinking it. See it all the time. You start throwing the ball, overthinking your mechanics. Here comes the 1-0. That one misses a good bit high for ball 2. Asher, I believe, on Monday wore one on the helmet here.
That is correct.
As he ducked there, avoiding it for a second time. Have to imagine that adrenaline is pumping right now for the center fielder, Asher Conley. Here comes the 2-0. And that will miss high for ball 3, so
way ahead here.
Way ahead. Your count will be 3 balls and no strikes for the center fielder, Asher Conley, number 7, the junior.
Turley up to 71 pitches.
Here comes the pitch. And he'll take there for strike one. I think he was just waiting to see if he's even going to put it in the zone.
Yeah, 3 straight balls. You got to make him throw you a strike on that 4th pitch.
Here comes the 3-1 to Conley. Conley gets a hold of that one, batted out to left field, and that gets down for a single from Asher Conley. So Conley is now, is Conley 2 for 2? Or
yes, 2 for 2.
2 for 2 on the night. Good job from the center fielder, Asher Conley. And that's going to bring Adrian Matthews to the plate.
The designated hitter, number 17, Adrian.
The senior, number 17, designated hitter. Top of the first inning, he had a deep, deep sac fly to center field that allowed Columbia to plate 1. So Columbia leads 5-2, top of the 4th. Runner on first, 1 out, and Matthews fouls the first pitch off for strike 1. As he looks to do some damage here in the top of the 4th. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. And that one will hit the outside corner for strike 2. So Matthews quickly down in the count, no balls, 2 strikes. I believe in his first plate appearance he went down to 0-2 and watched the 3rd pitch, a ball, come across, and the count moved to 1-2. So hopefully he gets a base hit here, or this 3rd pitch comes across and it misses the plate entirely. Here comes the 0-2. But Matthews goes down swinging on a breaking ball for the second out of the inning.
Brings up the bat, the catcher, number 11, Cole Williams.
That's going to bring Cole Williams to the plate. Columbia again leads 5-2 here in the top of the 4th inning. 2 outs, runner on first. Here comes the pitch. Williams offers at that one for strike 1. As Kingston Ward comes and retrieves said foul ball. Here comes the 0-1. Conley goes for second, but he will not get there in time. Clayton, that catcher's pop time is no joke.
I mean, it is unreal. Let's see if we can look at the replay of that one. Golly. Well, you got to tip your cap to the young man. What a throw.
What a throw. So, folks, Columbia unable to plate their sole runner. The lead stays at 5-2 for Columbia. We will be back for the bottom of the 4th inning in just a moment.
It's 3 outs. Columbia.
Hello, my name is Zach Maddox. I'm a proud third-generation owner-operator of Columbia Paint and Wallcover, founded by my grandfather, Ralph Maddox, in 1946. We offer a variety of paint and wallcovering products, but our passion is customer service. We can offer many personalized services and can come out to your house or business if needed. Come visit us at our Columbia location or our new Spring Hill location behind Church of the City, or visit us online at paintcolumbia.com.
Hello, this is Rick Tillis from Tillis Jewelry. What is a full-service jeweler? Experienced staff, custom designers, in-house jewelry repairs, and beautiful jewelry. Yes, at Tillis Jewelry, we are passionate, knowledgeable, and committed to integrity. We strive to be the best in our community and in our profession. We build long-term relationships and become part of family traditions that will cross generations. We delight clients by providing an unparalleled selection, superior service, and exceptional value. Tillis Jewelry, we exceed your expectations.
Some people are just obsessed with their lawns. They'd cut their grass with a pair of scissors if they could. Thanks to Gravely, they don't have to. You see, Gravely makes not only the best built and most comfortable lawnmowers, they also leave your house looking like a doggone country club. So whether you're a commercial landscaper wanting the best or just a perfectionist homeowner, you can't do better than a Gravely.
See our full line of Gravely products at Murray County Equipment, 1075 North James Campbell Boulevard in Columbia, Tennessee, or check us out on Facebook.
And welcome back, folks, to Patriots Park here at Page High School, Franklin, Tennessee. I'm Matthew Belkin, joined by Clayton Harris. Leadoff batter for the Patriots here going to be the first baseman, Graham Johnson, and the pitcher from Monday. He gets a hold of that one, but Kingston able to successfully field it at second for the easy out on one pitch. Clayton, did you receive any updates on our Chris Chumley?
Yeah, the audience is responding, and that's encouraging. You know, everybody needs a friend or a shingles expert.
As we said, folks, just reach out to him for any reason you want. You really don't even need a reason, Clayton.
You really don't.
So Page quickly gets one out on one pitch. Here comes the pitch from Branham, and that will miss low for ball one. Here in the bottom of the fourth inning, Columbia leads 5-2, one out, nobody on. Oh, I'm sorry, that was in there for a strike. So here comes the 0-1. And that will miss outside, I guess, for ball one. Clayton, I'm almost positive.
I think the scoreboard draw.
You think?
I do.
I thought that was in there for a strike.
I did on that first pitch, but he dropped the ball, so I didn't know if he gave it to us or not.
Here comes the 1-1. As that one hits high to Jack Beck at short, he'll camp under it and get the catch for the second out. So Columbia gets 2 outs on 4 pitches.
It's 2 outs.
It's a little. Is this Project Pat or 3-6 Mafia I hear playing?
So this is some Project Pat. As the listeners continue to blow up Chris Chumley's phone, as you should as well. So Page quickly down to 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Here comes a pitch. As that'll be fouled out of play towards the parking lot for strike one. As I believe it hit the roof of the building behind us.
Branham only 57 pitches.
Efficient. Here comes number 58.
Good pitch.
Gets him swinging for strike 2, and the batter quickly down in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. As Branham looks to get Columbia out of this one on potentially 7 pitches. Here comes the 0-2 from Branham Smith. That one's hit hard out to center field. Conley unable to make the catch. I think that was a hard one to read, Clayton. I didn't have a great view of it.
Well, he backtracks first step back. That's the rule. I think he
center fielder number 1, Colt Brown.
I think he misjudged the depth of it, and by the time he realized it, he just couldn't get there to make the play.
That's all right, Branham more than capable of stranding this runner at second, as he will look to do just that. So the runner, the previous batter in there on a stand-up double. So Page will have a runner at second with 2 outs.
What you don't want is that batter or that error to score a run.
Correct. And that one misses for ball 1. That's kind of been Columbia's Achilles heel the whole season is errors. If they can play the game cleanly, there are few and far games where they are not the better team.
Agreed.
So here comes the 1-0 pitch from Branham Smith. And that will be in there for strike 1, and that will even up your count to 1 ball and 1 strike. Here in the bottom of the fourth inning, Columbia leads 5-2. 2 outs for Page, runner on second. Branham sets up, glances at the runner at second, glancing again. Glances for a third time. Here comes the 1-1. And that will be fouled off for strike 2. Kingston made a quick dash to second base if Branham wanted to try to pick him off there, but Branham declined and delivered the pitch anyhow.
Just that motion by Kingston, though, is going to make the runner stay in a little bit tighter than typical.
Branham sets up again, staring hard at that runner, glancing multiple times. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. That one's going to be hit to third.
Come on, make the throw. Oh, he slid down, thank goodness.
Thank goodness. That one gets by Bedingfield at third, but the runner slips as he rounds third. So he's unable to throw home. You know, Clayton, maybe I'm wrong for thinking this. I kind of wish he would have went home because I think there's a chance he would have been out.
I agree.
2 outs, brings up leadoff batter.
I feel confident that Bell would have made that throw and gotten him out at the plate should he have decided to go. Or not slipped, rather. He did decide to go.
He was getting the motion to go from the third base coach.
So Page, 2 outs, runners on the corners. They trail 2-5 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Branham looking to get out of this one.
Here's the leadoff man. He's 0 for 2.
And that will miss inside for ball 1.
Be interesting to see what Columbia does here. If Brown takes off to second, they go for the 3rd out.
I'd just let him go. Here comes the 1-0 from Branham Smith. And that will miss outside for ball 2. Columbia, no stranger to bases juice situations, hoping we don't see another one here. As Branham falls behind in the count quickly, 2 balls and no strikes.
It's a big pitch coming up here.
Absolutely. Glances at the runner at first. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. That one's going to be hard to center field, but Conley camps under it for the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. So Columbia again holds on to their 5-2 lead. Folks, we will be back for the top of the 5th inning in just a moment.
Hard hit line drive there.
Hi, I'm Robert Rogers at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
And I'm Michael Parks Lawrence at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
Together, we're Mr. Bobby Parks' grandsons, and we run his dealership, and we are glad to be part of our local community.
Being family owned and operated, we invest heavily in our community.
We do things like sports teams, schools, bands, you name it. We try to help everybody we can.
The reason why we do this is because we all love this community.
So come do business with us, your neighbors, at Parks Motor Sales in Columbia, Tennessee, right off Nashville Highway, or at parksmotorsales.com.
When it comes to your internet, you shouldn't have to talk to a robot or someone halfway across the globe. At CPWS, you don't. We live and work right here in Columbia, providing local support you can trust and service that's built into the heart of our community. Right now, it's never been easier to make the switch. New customers can get CPWS internet for just $50 a month. Experience the difference of local service and blazing fast speeds. Call us today, 931-375-7777.
We're back.
We're back, folks, here at Patriots Park at Page High School in Franklin, Tennessee. Columbia leads the ball game 5-2. We're here in the top of the 5th. Your batter's going to be number 11, the catcher, Cole Williams. I am Matthew Belkin, joined by Clayton Harris. So Columbia able to get out of jam in the bottom of the 4th. Cole's going to get contact on that one as it is batted up the middle, and he will have a base hit on one pitch. Cole Williams reaches safely. However, your courtesy runner will be number 6, Ethan Sisk, I believe, for the catcher, Cole Williams. Kingston Ward, the second baseman, will be your batter. Columbia leads 5-2, no outs here in the top of the 5th, runner on first. Here comes a pitch. Ward shows bunt, and he offers at it for strike 1. So Coach Simler with some small ball tactics here, looking to advance the runner. Pitcher glances at the runner. Here comes the 0-1. And that's in there on the outside corner for strike 2. So Ward quickly finds himself down in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Pitcher glances at the runner again. Here comes the 0-2 to Ward. And that will miss outside for ball 1. Good take there from the second baseman, Kingston Ward. That's a pitch you often are fooled to swing at, but it misses. Here comes the 1-2. Ward makes contact with that one, fielded by the shortstop. He's going to get the throw at second for the out, but Ward is in there safely at first on the fielder's choice. So he will just replace Sisk at first.
1 out. Brings up to bat.
So
right fielder number 22.
The right
Gabe
fielder number
Leonard.
22, Gabe Leonard, will be here at the plate with 1 out and Kingston Ward standing on first. We will see if Coach Simler tries his small ball tactics again. He does not, but Ward darts for second, and the ball gets past the second baseman. So Ward will be in there safely at third, and there is still 1 out on the board. Ward darted for second. The catcher, with that incredible pop time, went to make the throw. However, they were unable to make the catch at second. Ball went past him, so Ward advanced to third on the error. So again, Columbia with a runner at third, 1 out. Your count here for Gabe Leonard, 1 ball, no strikes. He shows bunt, and that hits him.
Foul ball.
However, they're calling it a foul ball, as Gabe Leonard is hunched over in pain, as I believe that hit his finger or his hand in some capacity. As Coach Simler comes to the plate to talk to the umpire to disagree with this call, as I do believe that was a hit by pitch. Gabe Leonard clearly in pain here. He is not getting an Oscar award here, as he is just clearly in pain. This is not acting. So Gabe Leonard shows bunt, gets hit on the hand, and they call a foul ball. Gabe clearly not acting here. He most definitely got hit on the hand, and Coach Simler is giving him, the umpire rather, his 2 cents about what this call should really be. So as Gabe regathers himself, we will stand by momentarily. The athletic trainer going to come out reluctantly as she checks on the right fielder, Gabe Leonard. We appreciate you tuning in, folks. We're waiting for Gabe to regather himself after the hit by pitch that was called a foul ball. Coach Simler circling around the umpire as he gets his 2 cents, and I'm sure he is extremely unappreciative of the call, given that that was a hit by pitch. As Gabe Leonard walks away clearly in pain. Hit him right on his hand as he showed bunt. However, the umpire disagreed. In the meantime, enjoy the music as we wait for this game to start rolling again.
Devin, you can tell Devin's upset.
As he should be. I mean, It was clearly a hit by pitch. Like, I don't even think it was close.
Well, he doesn't go to sub him out.
Gonna have a substitution.
So your substitution batter here will be number 12, Caden Taylor, as he looks to continue the at-bat for the injured right fielder Gabe
It's
Leonard.
going to be number 12, Caden Taylor will be batting.
You just
For number 22, Gabe Leonard.
What's that, Clayton? Apologies for the delay, folks. We're just waiting to get things rolling again here as the substitute batter, Caden Taylor, number 12, the sophomore, talks to Coach Simler for a bit about what the plate approach is here on the 1-1 count. On what should be a 0-0 count with Gabe Leonard standing at second, or standing at first, excuse me. So finally back rolling here. Columbia leads 5-2 here in the top of the 5th inning. Count is 1-1 with 1 out. Kingston Ward standing on third. Caden Taylor steps in the box to continue Gabe Leonard's at bat. And that one will miss for ball 2. So hopefully KT can avenge the injury suffered by Gabe Leonard.
That is his pitching hand, which concerns me more than anything.
That one is in there for strike 2. You know, Clayton, I hadn't even thought about that. Gabe, of course, came in to relieve Bedingfield yesterday in game 2.
I'm going to go see what's going on. They're looking for one of us, I believe. I'll be right back.
Okay. That one misses low and away for ball 3, and that will move the count to full. So KT, after taking over for Gabe Leonard on the 1-1 count, finds himself here at a full count. Runner on third, 1 out. Columbia leads 5-2. Here comes the payoff pitch in a moment after KT calls time. Maybe messing with the pitcher's psyche just a bit, trying to throw him off his game. This has been an interesting at-bat, a singular at-bat that has featured multiple batters. Here comes a payoff pitch. KT offers at that one as it slides outside, breaks a good bit for strike 3.
It's 2 outs, brings up
and that will be your
pitcher,
second
number
out
24,
of the
Brandon
top of the
Smith.
5th inning. That brings Brandon Smith to the plate. Today's pitcher also hit a 2-run bomb in the top of the 3rd. A wall scraper. However, an extremely tall wall nonetheless. That one misses high for ball 1. Ward remains on third. Here comes the 1-0 pitch to Brandon Smith. That one finds the outside. Here comes a 1-1 pitch to Branham. He offers at that one for strike 2. So your count will be 1 ball and 2 strikes to the batter, Branham Smith. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Branham makes contact but fouls that out of play.
Foul ball.
So your count will remain 1-2, and we'll do it again. Prayers up for the right fielder and pitcher number 22, Gabe Leonard. Here comes the pitch. That one misses a good bit outside, for ball 2, and that'll even up the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes a 2-2. That one misses high for ball 3. So Branham finds himself with a full count here in the top of the 5th inning. Runner on third. 2 outs. Here comes a payoff pitch. That misses outside for ball 4. So Branham will walk safely to first. And folks, that will bring up to bat Brian Whitehead, otherwise known as
runners on the corner.
The Love
and
Machine.
2 outs brings up third baseman number 5, Gavin Bedingfield.
Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Brian Whitehead. You're good. You're good.
We have a substitution for Bedingfield. It's going to be number 16, Brian Whitehead.
So Whitehead finds himself with runners on the corners, and folks, there will be a pitching change.
Let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen, for Dean Turley.
Dean Turley's night is over for the Patriots of Page. Did a fine job,
We have a
but he did surrender
pitching change,
5.
ladies and gentlemen, if I could have your attention, it's number 2.
So we will be
Logan
back. Oh, no, we're going to keep going, excuse me, as this pitcher warms up. And folks, prayers are up for number 22, the right fielder and pitcher, Gabe Leonard, clearly affected by that hit by pitch that the
Toyota of Cool Springs,
umpire called a ball, or excuse me, a foul ball.
Lee Company, Drees Home. Tier 2, Johnson
Walked out of the dugout clearly in pain
Basin Constructors,
as seeking
Approach
medical
Marketing
attention,
LLC, Navtech, Kenny Pipe,
hoping
Armed
he is
Forces
okay.
Bank, Armor Point, Huntington Bank.
We know the game has slowed down just a bit
Ferguson
given the
Builders,
circumstances. We
Plattsburgh.
appreciate you for tuning
And our
in,
Tier 3 sponsors,
hoping Gabe
Spring
Leonard
Law
is
Outfitters,
okay, as
Southern
Brian
Contracting
Whitehead
Services,
will wait
Shindo
just
Sport
outside the
Courses,
batter's
the
box
Jenkins family, Old Hickory
on
Back
deck
Company,
while this pitcher warms
American
up.
Constructors, Midland Baseball, Tennessee, Mo Better Barbecue, Physicians Urgent Care, PLLC, Keller Williams Sims, French's Cabinet Gallery, In Motion Spine and Joint, Carpet Den, N8 Dr. K, Jewel Mechanical, Crossland Building and Supplies, Ferguson Group, Good Day Living, Barron Painting, and Valley Drywall. Once again, we'd like to thank all of our sponsors here. Page Baseball.
So Columbia,
Make it without you guys. So
while
thanks
this
so much
pitcher
to all of our
continues
sponsors.
warming up, we'll have runners on the corners with 2 outs and Brian Whitehead ready to hopefully get an on-base hit and drive one in at a minimum. Whitehead,
Once again,
excellent
there's 2 outs. Runners on
bat-to-ball
the corner.
skills, excellent contact
Stepping up to
skills,
bat is number
hoping
16,
he can apply those here at this at-bat as we
Brian
look to get
Whitehead
things rolling
for
again.
Columbia Central.
He steps in the box,
Logan Kelly.
ready for the at-bat. So a lefty now on the mound for the Patriots of Page. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. Columbia leads 5-2. Here comes a pitch. That misses inside for ball 1. So Whitehead takes on the first pitch on a pitch that nearly hit him. Had to step out of the way just a bit. Runners on the corners. Here comes the 1-0. Whitehead makes contact with that one. Just a little dribbler to the third baseman. He'll field it cleanly. And Whitehead is out at first base for the 3rd out of the inning. A long one at that. We hope, again, the right fielder and pitcher, Gabe Leonard, is okay, folks. We will be back for the bottom of the 5th inning in just a moment.
Gets him out of the inning.
Hello, this is Rick Tillis from Tillis Jewelry. What is a full-service jeweler? Experienced staff, custom designers, in-house jewelry repairs, and beautiful jewelry. Yes, at Tillis Jewelry, we are passionate, knowledgeable, and committed to integrity. We strive to be the best in our community and in our profession. We build long-term relationships and become part of family traditions that will cross generations. We delight clients by providing an unparalleled selection, superior service, and exceptional value. Tillis Jewelry, we exceed your expectations.
Some people are just obsessed with their lawns. They'd cut their grass with a pair of scissors if they could. Thanks to Gravely, they don't have to. You see, Gravely makes not only the best built and most comfortable lawnmowers, they also leave your house looking like a doggone country club. So whether you're a commercial landscaper wanting the best or just a perfectionist homeowner, you can't do better than a Gravely.
See our full line of Gravely products at Murray County Equipment, 1075 North James Campbell Boulevard in Columbia, Tennessee, or check us out on Facebook.
Is your insurance up to date in today's world? Foster Insurance Agency is an insurance agency you can depend on for your commercial and personal insurance needs. Foster tailors insurance coverage to meet your unique requirements stemming from years of experience and represents several top-rated companies such as Erie Insurance. Call Mike Ford or Jimmy Ford today at 931-388-8365 or stop by their convenient Columbia location at 204 West 4th Street. Foster Insurance, serving Middle Tennessee since 1952.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Ford, Foster Insurance Agency here in downtown Columbia. We've been here since 1952, located at 204 West 4th Street. We specialize in commercial insurance. We write home, auto, and life insurance. We write anything from your bulldozer to your helicopter, from churches to bars. Come see myself, Mike, Shelby, or Nikki. We'll be happy to take care of you. We specialize in service.
Welcome back, folks, to Patriots Park here at Page High School. After a long top of the fifth inning where Gabe Leonard, the batter, suffered an injury, we're hoping he's all right.
I think he'll be okay.
You think he'll be okay?
Hopefully. I mean, they're going to go get it x-rayed, but hopefully it'll be fine. Yeah, absolutely.
As Branham delivers that first pitch for a strike. That one fouled a long way for strike two.
Foul ball.
So the batter quickly finds himself down in the count here. No balls, 2 strikes, bottom of the fifth. No outs, nobody on. Here comes a pitch, and that'll miss outside for ball 1 and bring your count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Columbia leads 5-2. After a blazing hot start, blazing offense from both teams, no runs have been scored in 1.5 innings now. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Branham. And they will put him on.
Foul ball. It's foul ball.
They will call
He's got to stay consistent, right?
Yeah. That is a foul ball. As you hear some concern from the Page supporters, as the Page head coach will come over to voice his disagreement. And he is a veteran coach. I believe he knows what's going on here. Continues to voice his concern.
Foul ball.
And no one's asked for a refund yet, though.
Yeah, that's so we're in better standing than we were Monday.
That is correct.
So the batter will readjust after the foul ball.
How late does In-N-Out Burger stay open, Belkin?
Hopefully very late.
I hope so, too.
You know, I went there after the game Monday.
In up here?
Yeah, the one in.
How was it?
I thought it was phenomenal.
So is it back towards the four-way stop?
Yes, it is.
Okay, by the Publix and all that?
Yes, it is. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Fouled into the netting, so your count will stay 1 ball, 2 strikes, and we'll do it again. Branham quickly recovering from the foul ball. Here comes the 1-2 to the batter. That misses low in the dirt for ball 2. So that'll even up your count to 2 balls, 2 strikes. As the Page supporters voice some encouragement for the batter. Get him swinging here, Branham. Here comes the 2-2. That one's going to be hit to left field. Camping under it, kind of no man's land. And it falls. There was some confusion as to who was going to field it there. Carden Bell, Caden Taylor, and Jack Beck all camped under it, but no one came to catch it. And so the runner is on safely at second on no contest of a throw.
Number 6, Bryson Hastings.
Oh, that was unfortunate.
Yes, it was. All 3 camped under it, and I guess no one made the call. Right in the middle of all 3 of them, a difficult catch to make. Well, not a difficult catch to make, but a difficult decision as to who should have caught it, rather. So a runner on second, no outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Here comes the pitch.
I mean, I think the rule is shortstop's there. It's his ball.
Yeah. I believe you're correct.
You think so?
I'm giving Jack the chance to catch that. So that one misses high for ball 1. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. And that will miss for ball 2 to Hastings.
Yeah. So the gentleman next to me who's doing the PA, he's telling me that is the outfielder's ball.
Okay.
There we go. There's a strike.
And that's a strike.
Well, that was not ideal, but Brandon's still throwing strikes and he's throwing outs. You know, we got to help him.
You know, kind of a momentum shifter in that top half of the inning just brought everyone down. So we're going to have to get back on our horse, go to battle. Here comes the 2-1. That one's hit out to center field. Conley got a beat on it. He'll catch it. Going to make the throw to Jack. And the runner will advance from second to third on the first out of the inning.
Hastings does a job and moves the runner over. Fly ball is called out there in center field by Asher Conley. That's 1 out. Runner on
Conley
third
got a
brings up
beat
the
on
now
that one
designated
immediately
hitter,
and
number
camped
7,
under it for the
Silas
catch.
Porter.
Phenomenal job fielding there. So Page trails 2-5 with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Runner on third. Here comes the pitch from Branham Smith. That one will be fouled out of play onto the soccer field for strike 1. Batter steps back in the box, looking to hopefully induce some weak contact for a ground out on the 1 strike count. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. As that will be fouled out of play for strike 2. So the batter quickly finds himself down in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Columbia leads 5-2 here in the bottom of the 5th at Patriots Park. 1 out, runner on third for the Patriots. Here comes the 0-2. That one will break, but it will miss outside for ball 1. So Branham going to step up, regain his composure, and deliver the 1-2 pitch. Batter tried to hold up on that one, what would have been a ball, but he makes contact, so your count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes, and we'll do it again. Branham glances at the runner. Here comes the 1-2. fouled off again. So your count remains. And again, we'll do it again. This game has slowed down in pace just a bit. On a late start game at that.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has. Belkin.
3 minutes until the clock strikes 9. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. That
Yes.
one's going to be hit high.
That's what I call it.
Ward's camping under it.
Yes, sir.
And he'll get under it for that second out of the inning.
That is huge.
Yes, it is.
Huge.
Fly out is caught in the infield by the second baseman, Kingston Ward.
Phenomenal play there by Kingston Ward to climb up to that one, camp under it, call it, and get the out. The second out of the inning at that. Branham looking to strand this runner at third. Here comes the pitch. And that will miss high for ball one. Again, for our listeners, Columbia leads 5-2 here in the bottom of the fifth at Patriots Park. 2 outs, runner on third. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Fouled towards the wall for strike one. That will even up the count to 1 ball and 1 strike. Branham Smith, the freshman, number 24, doing a phenomenal job here thus far. Of course, hit the bomb earlier tonight, the 2-run bomb. Phenomenal job on the mound as well. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. And that'll miss a bit outside on the breaking ball for ball 2. So your count will be 2 balls, 1 strike. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Batter makes contact with that one, fielded cleanly by KT at third. He'll make the throw to first for the out. The third out of the inning at that. So Page strands the runner at third. In the bottom of the fifth, Columbia keeps their lead at 5-2. Folks, we'll be back for the top of the 6th inning in just a moment.
This is Trip Stoltz, owner and manager at Columbia Ace Hardware. We have changed our store hours to better serve our community. Columbia Ace Hardware is now open from 7 to 7 Monday through Friday, from 8 to 4 on Saturday, and closed on Sunday. Come see us at 112 East James Campbell Boulevard and let us show you customer service that can only be found at Columbia Ace Hardware.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Columbia Foodland is a locally owned and operated family grocery store with a full line of dry, dairy, frozen, meat, and produce items. We focus on keeping the freshest hand-cut meat and produce items daily with the most competitive prices in town. We offer weekly ad specials as well as in-store weekly specials throughout the store. Located at 427 West 7th Street in Columbia in the former Harris Foodland location. Columbia Foodland. We are here and ready to serve the wonderful people of Columbia and the surrounding areas.
Welcome back to Patriots Park here at Page High School. I am Matthew Belkin, joined by Clayton Harris. Columbia leads 5-2 here in the top of the 6th. In the bottom of the 5th, we had a runner on third via error. However, Branham Smith successful in stranding him there, and he gets out of the jam. Branham having a phenomenal night thus far. This is going to bring the top of the order to the plate, the senior, number 2, the Georgia Southern commit, Jack Beck.
And I tell you, Belkin, he's got to be licking his chops looking at that 300-foot sign out there on that left foot left field wall.
Absolutely. As that comes in for strike one, looks at it, seeing what kind of stuff this guy's got. And I'll tell you what he has, Clayton. He's got hittable stuff. Here comes the 0-1. Jack swings at that one, but fouls it off for the second strike. So Jack quickly down in the count here. No balls, 2 strikes. However, I've alluded to this before, Clayton. There's some players where the count is kind of just negligible.
No, I get it. No, he's had. If we went back and looked at the film and looked at stats, he's had a lot of 0-2, 1-2 count hits.
As that one misses high and outside for ball 1. Fundamentals of baseball are always important. However, some players rise above the game.
That's right. There's one. Oh, that's hit way up in the air.
Left fielder camping under it. That one had to have gone 200 feet in the air.
Absolutely.
So Jack pops out to left field.
Caught out there in left field by Flynn.
And, you know, even on the fly out to left field, you just see the raw power
brings up to
of
bat
Jack
first
Beck.
baseman number 27, Colby Browning.
That's going to bring going to bring Colby Browning to the plate, the first baseman, number 27. Like I said earlier, folks, if you tuned in on Monday, he had a 3-run shot to left center field. That one misses a good bit outside for ball 1.
Colby's had him a heck of a night. He's 2 for 3.
Absolutely. Colby, a phenomenal batter. He gets on base. Here comes the 1-0, and that'll miss inside for ball 2.
Very patient batter. Wants to find his pitch. Does a good job of finding that pitch.
That one misses way outside for ball 3. Clayton, I'll tell you, having done my research and my analytical deep dive of this Columbia Central Lions baseball team, you know what he does? He gets on base.
He does get on base, absolutely.
Any way possible, via hit, via extra base hit, via walk, via hit by pitch. There's one thing he's good at, and that's getting on base. Here comes the 3-0.
That's a beautiful pitch right there.
He'll watch that one come across for strike 1.
He was taken all the way.
Yeah, then, I mean, no chance that bat was coming off the shoulder.
Nor should have it come off his shoulder.
Correct. And that one will be in there for strike 2. Clayton, I thought that one looked a bit
Looks a little outside. Yeah. Well, you got to adjust here. You got 2 strikes on you. It's got to be a good pitch. Got to be something you can hit.
Yep. Here comes the payoff pitch.
He leaves that one upstairs. Good at bat, Colby.
As we said a moment ago, Clayton, you know what he does? He gets on base.
That's it.
Runner on first, 1 out, brings up center fielder number 7, Asher Conley.
That brings Asher Conley to the plate, I believe. What is he on the night, Clayton?
Asher's 2 for 2.
2 for 2. Asher, another phenomenal bat here for the Columbia Central Lions as he looks to get on base. That one misses outside for ball 1. This game has certainly slowed in pace. Fast 3 innings. Now we're rolling slow. Here comes the 1-0 to Conley.
It hit him.
And that hits him. So
good job there, Asher.
Wears it on the shoulder or the elbow or somewhere.
Elbow guard, I think, got it. Look at the replay.
Regardless, he wears it, and he trots to first
hitter number 17,
mildly unsafely. And that brings Adrian Matthews to the plate, the senior, number 17. When he makes contact, Clayton, he makes contact, and he makes all of it. Here comes the pitch. And that'll come across for strike 1. Columbia, here in the top of the 6th inning, leads 5-2. Runners on first and second. 1 out.
Boy, nice. If he could hit one backside right here down the right field line. It's got a lot of green grass out there.
Here comes the 0-1. Holds off on that one for ball 1, and that'll even up your count to 1 ball, 1 strike. Matthews in the box looking for the right one to hit. Here comes the 1-1. Makes contact with that one, fielded by the third baseman. He'll make the throw to second, but
safe.
In there safely at first. They attempted the double play, but Matthews is in there safely. Got there just a bit too fast, so Columbia will have runners on the corners with 2 outs following the fielder's choice
Now up to bat is the
from
catcher,
Adrian
number 11,
Matthews.
Cole Williams.
That's going to bring Cole Williams, the catcher, number 11, to the plate, as he looks to continue his recent hot streak and hopefully drive in the runner from third. Here comes a pitch. That one will be fouled out of play.
Foul ball.
Towards a soccer field for strike one.
Breaking news, Balkan. The Mets have finally won.
That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate.
3-2 over the Twins. How bad are the Twins?
You got to be bad to lose to the Mets. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Could have told you that was going to miss outside the second it came out of his hand for ball one. And that'll even up your count to 1 ball, 1 strike. Cole Williams in the box. Here comes the 1-1. Holds off on that one for ball 2. Thought about offering at it, but saw how much it was breaking and decided to hold up. Good eye there from the catcher, Cole Williams. So Columbia leads 5-2, 2 outs, runners on the corners. 2-1 count. Here comes the 2-1 to Cole. And that'll be in there high for strike 2, and that'll even up the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, he had a single his last time up, right up the middle here. See if he can do it again.
Hopefully. Here comes the 2-2 pitch to Cole Williams. He's going to make contact with that.
That could be trouble. That could be trouble.
Oh, great play there from the shortstop to get him out at first. Just got to tip your cap to that
Absolutely.
one. A weak dribbler to short, able to scoop it and make the throw to first. So Columbia unable to plate anyone. Score remains 5-2, folks. We'll be back for the bottom of the 6th inning in just a moment.
Columbia Foodland is a locally owned and operated family grocery store with a full line of dry, dairy, frozen, meat, and produce items. We focus on keeping the freshest hand-cut meat and produce items daily with the most competitive prices in town. We offer weekly ad specials as well as in-store weekly specials throughout the store. Located at 427 West 7th Street in Columbia in the former Harris Foodland location. Columbia Foodland. We are here and ready to serve the wonderful people of Columbia and the surrounding areas.
Hi, I'm Matt Perales, manager of Murray County Equipment. We help you with all your agriculture and construction equipment needs. We carry a full line of New Holland tractors from compacts to high horsepower. We have a full line of Gravely mowing equipment. We also have New Holland construction equipment, attachments, and accessories for your tractors and a complete parts department. We are locally owned and operated. Come see us at 1075 North James Campbell Boulevard or learn about us on Facebook or contact us at 931-490-8183.
And welcome back, folks, to Patriots Park here at Page High School. I am Matthew Belkin, joined by Clayton Harris. We're here in the bottom of the 6th inning. We have not seen a run in 2.5 innings. Hoping that remains here for the bottom of the 6th. Folks, your Atlanta Braves got the win tonight, 8-6 over the Nationals of Washington at Nationals Park.
Good, because after that butt kicking they took last night, they needed a bounce back.
Yes, they did, and they certainly got it. So Brandon Smith trots back out to the mound, going to continue his night, hoping to retire the side in order should things go the way they are planned. As you hear Sweet Caroline in the background.
Neil Diamond. Neil Diamond to Big and Rich.
Quite a transition.
Yes, it is.
Bottom of the 6th inning for your Patriots. It's the first baseman, number 13.
No, actually, this is Jason Aldean.
Is it? Oh, yes, it is.
Yeah.
Good catch, Clayton. So 13 in the box here for Page. That bat is humming. But it will hum a ball
Foul ball.
out of play for strike one.
Yeah, we mention it every broadcast, but this Columbia team has 3 seniors on its entire roster.
They're going to be so good next year.
Oh, my goodness. They lose no pitching.
Here comes the pitch.
Good. Here you go.
And that one misses low for ball one. That'll even up the count to 1 ball and 1 strike. You know, Clayton, I've alluded to it on a couple other broadcasts, very similar to this previous year's football team.
Yes,
Only
yes.
4 seniors. You'd really, you
Yeah.
know, looking to make a push this year. Hopefully the same for Columbia baseball next year. And, I mean, even possibly this year, just depending on how things go, as that one misses inside for ball 2.
Well, Branham is approaching 90 pitches. He's at 89 right now. He's down the count 2-0 to the batter.
You have to start thinking this Page team is more than capable of putting a 3 spot on you in a hurry. So I suspect Coach Simler is starting to weigh his options in some capacity as Branham sets up and will deliver the 2-1 pitch.
Good pitch.
Offers at that one for strike 2. Never made contact with it, I don't believe.
I think it was tipped.
Was it? Okay.
I think it was tipped.
And that'll even up your count to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
There is some activity, Belkin, down in the Columbia bullpen.
That's Bulkin to you?
Bulkin. That's Uncle Bulkin.
Can we see who it is? Branham gets him swinging at strike 3.
Nice pitch there by Brandon Smith.
Not sure who that is warming up in the bullpen. I'm unable to see, Clayton.
I'm thinking it may be Hampton Griffith.
That would make sense if it were him. So Page strikes out swinging for the first out of the bottom of the 6th. Branham steps up. Here comes the pitch.
Good pitch.
That one misses outside for ball 1. Clayton, I also thought that was in there.
The batter really had to hold back from going after that one.
I think the batter thought it was in there.
Yeah, I think he did too, but hey, it's a game of inches.
Absolutely. So here comes the 1-0 from Branham. And that one will be in there for strike 1. And that'll even up your count to 1 ball and 1 strike here in an extremely important game.
It was a good location there by Branham, low and away. Kind of frozen.
Here comes the 1-1 pitch from Branham. That'll miss low and away for ball 2.
So Branham's up to 94 pitches.
That's a good bit. That's quite a bit.
Means he's got about 25, 26 more left.
Here comes the 2-1. Batter makes contact with that one. Jack able to field it on a slide. He'll make the throw to first. Browning unable to make the catch.
Hard hit ball there.
So the
Park is gonna
runner
reach on the
will be in safely at first on the apparent error by Jack Beck.
So the runner on first.
They're going to score an error here in the ballpark. Let's see how the Columbia staff scores
I'm not
it.
I don't.
It was a heck of an effort by Jack.
Sliding play. How did they rule this? Let's see.
Infield single.
Yeah, I don't think I would have ruled that an error, to be fair.
I don't disagree.
So Page 1 out, runner on first.
That's
one's gonna
what
be
we
hit
need.
High. Kingston Ward's going to camp under it, call for it, and make the catch for the second out of the bottom of the 6th. That is exactly what we needed, as Clayton alluded to.
A fly is caught there by second baseman Kingston Ward. Brings up the bat the center fielder, number 1, Colt Brown.
This is going to bring Colt Brown to the plate. Page trails 2-5, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Runner on first. Here comes the pitch from Branham. Batter swings at that one, makes contact with none of it for strike one.
Our game changer has him at 98. They have him at 97. That's something that they need to be aware of.
Okay.
Because they need to ask the umpire for the home team book.
That one going to be fielded by Jack at short, makes the play cleanly at second for the third out of the inning. So we have gone 3 full innings with no runs, hoping to break that streak when we return in the top of the 7th inning.
Hi, I'm Robert Rogers at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
And I'm Michael Parks Lawrence at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
Together, we're Mr. Bobby Parks' grandsons, and we run his dealership, and we are glad to be part of our local community.
Being family owned and operated, we invest heavily in our community.
We do things like sports teams, schools, bands, you name it. We try to help everybody we can.
The reason why we do this is because we all love this community.
So come do business with us, your neighbors, at Parks Motor Sales in Columbia, Tennessee, right off Nashville Highway, or at parksmotorsales.com.
Hello, I'm Rick Whitley.
And I'm Daniel Pollard from Jones & Lang Sporting Goods. We would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you for the many years of support. Since 1966, Jones & Lang has been locally owned and operated and supplying teams from T-ball to college. Stop by and see what we can do for you. We offer a wide variety of services from silk screening and embroidery to our custom trophy and awards department.
We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 9 to noon. Remember, Jones & Lang Sporting Goods, the look of a winner.
Welcome back, folks. Patriots Park here at Page High School. I'm Matthew Belkin, joined by Clayton Harris. We're in the top of the 7th. Columbia, a 5-2 lead as they look to tack on a few more insurance runs and secure the victory and the series victory that would secure their spot at second in the district.
And really, the only thing that it would do was it would make us the home team in that ball game against Independence.
You are correct, Clayton.
Which, I like being the home team.
I like being the home team as well.
Psychologically, though, Belkin, it keeps the momentum going for Columbia.
Well, the funny thing is,
and it also puts doubt in Page.
I was about to say it would make us the away team should we play Page.
Correct.
Which, as things are looking, we may take 2 from them, both here at Page. Kingston holds off on that one for strike 1. Here comes the 0-1. He'll watch that one come across outside and low for ball 1. So that'll even up your count to 1 ball, 1 strike. Here comes the 1-1. Ward offers at that one, fouled into the netting for strike 2. As the third baseman and pitcher, Caden Taylor, will retrieve said foul ball. So Ward readjusting the box. Here comes the 1-2. Fouled into the netting again, so your count will remain 1 ball, 2 strikes. We'll do it again. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Ward offers at that one.
Great pitch there
for strike 3.
That's 1 out. Brings up to bat number 12, Caden Taylor.
That's going to bring KT, number 12, Caden Taylor, the third baseman and pitcher, to the plate. KT, of course, came in to continue the at-bat for the injured Gabe Leonard earlier in this ball game. That one misses for ball one. Here comes the 1-0. KT offers at that one a good bit away out and outside for strike one, and that'll even up your count to 1 ball, 1 strike here in the top of the 7th inning.
I tell you, Bulkin, if I'm not mistaken, there's a steak and shake over there by Williamson Medical Center.
I believe you're correct, Clayton.
See, you can always find the bright spot in everything.
As we look for our post-game meal.
In-N-Out Burger does sound good, though.
You know, I had In-N-Out the other night.
What did you think?
So I've had it twice thus far since it's come here.
Okay.
And both times I was impressed.
It's a very simple menu. I went to the one in Murfreesboro. It's very, very simple.
You're getting a burger or you're getting fries.
That's it. And you're getting either a soft drink, a water, or a shake.
Yep. Similar to Five Guys, minus the hot dogs.
Or minus the price gouging from Five Guys. My God.
That too. KT holds off on that one for ball 3, and that'll move the count to full as KT has done a fine job battling the pitcher here to move this count to full. So he'll step back in the box looking to get on base in any capacity. Here comes a payoff pitch. KT makes weak contact with that one. Going to be fielded by the shortstop.
Man, he's good.
Yeah, he is.
Tompkins is a heck of a player.
Absolutely. Got to tip the cap to him. He's made a handful of spectacular plays tonight. So Columbia quickly, 2 outs. Well, not quickly, but 2 outs regardless. And that's going to bring tonight's pitcher, Branham Smith.
Who's gone yard.
Yes, he has, to the plate. A wall scraper, but an extremely long wall scraper. And that'll miss low and away for ball 1. You know, I've said it a couple times in previous broadcasts, Clayton. He has the power to send one over, and he did just that tonight.
Beautiful hit ball.
Absolutely. That one will miss low and inside.
Oh, he called it a strike.
Did he?
He faked out the scorekeeper.
Yeah, he did. So your count will be even at 1 ball and 1 strike. I thought that was a ball.
I did too.
So here comes the 1-1 pitch.
That was a ball.
No argument on that one for ball 2. Very rarely do I voice my concern. However, I do believe this count should be 3-0. Regardless, here comes the 2-1. As that one will miss inside for ball 3.
I think you can make more of an argument for that last pitch than the one before.
Yeah.
Almost kind of got the feel of a makeup call there.
Yep. I agree.
I'm trying to whisper because I'm pretty sure the umpire, we're so close to the action here, he could probably hear us.
That is too bad for him. Make better calls.
No, he just looked at you. He just looked at you.
Brings up to bat.
He's been pretty good so far tonight, though.
I don't care.
Pretty good. He's been pretty fair.
He's been fair for the most part.
Gabe got hit in the hand. He called it a foul ball. They had a guy get hit in the hand, called it a foul ball.
That's fair.
It evens out.
Yeah, that's fair.
Let's go, Gavin.
So Branham on at first. Gavin Bedingfield at the plate. As he'll foul that one for strike 1. Bedingfield, a single earlier in this ball game, a good contact ball to left field, looking to replicate that here with Iron Man on deck.
And I'm really surprised that Coach doesn't have anybody running for Branham.
Yeah, that is a bit surprising. Here comes the 0-1 to Bedingfield. He'll watch that one come by for strike 2. So Bedingfield quickly down in the count here. No balls, 2 strikes. Hoping he can get on in any capacity and bring up Jack Beck. Here comes the 0-2. That misses outside for ball 1.
Swallow a bug there, Bill?
I believe I did. So Branham, the runner on first, 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Pitcher will keep him honest. with the lackadaisical pickoff attempt.
It's a good description.
I have a hard time even calling that a pickoff attempt. Bedingfield watches that one come in low for ball 2, so that'll even up your count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here in the top of the 7th, Columbia leads 5-2. Runner on first, 2 outs. Here comes the 2-2. Bedingfield makes good contact with that one. Not a great launch angle. Center fielder's going to camp under it, and he will make the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. So Columbia hoping to hold on to that 5-2 lead.
3 outs away, Belkins.
3 outs away. We'll be back for the bottom of the 7th in just a moment, folks.
He shoots, and he scores!
Farmer Johnny here, Taylor Family Farm. I want to give y'all a little look-see. We raise 100% non-GMO, grass-fed beef, pasture chicken, and pork on our family farm. Everything that we grow is raised with love and care to ensure the highest quality and nutrition for our family and customers. You can shop online at TaylorFamilyFarmTN.com or visit our farm store in person at Etheridge, Tennessee at 301 Dave Reisner Road. That's TaylorFamilyFarmTN.com for more information.
Welcome back, folks, to Patriots Park here at Page High School. Bottom of the 7th, Columbia leads 5-2. Branham Smith going to trot back out looking for the complete game, sitting at 99 pitches on the night. This is the rubber match.
According to our tally.
According to our tally.
See, I mean, that's the thing, Belkin. You can't trust the scoreboard.
No, you
because
cannot.
if he throws 121, it's a forfeit.
Yep, you are correct.
Number 10, Flynn.
I'm sure.
If we get close to 115, I'm sending you over there.
That's fine with me.
I'm telling you, because there ain't.
They're going to start complaining.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care what we got to do.
Hopefully we don't get close to that number. And
Yeah.
Branham just puts them away
That's
here at
it.
the bottom of the 7th.
That's it. 3 outs away. See what happens.
Here comes the pitch from Branham looking for the complete game.
There we go.
In there for strike 1, so a good start. He has 20 more pitches to get out of this inning and seal this deal. Here comes the 0-1. Misses for ball 1, so that evens up your count to 1 ball, 1 strike. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. That'll miss outside for ball 2. And your count will be 2 balls and 1 strike here in the bottom of the 7th. Branham sitting at 102 pitches, 2 earned runs. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Batter makes good contact with that one, but Conley's got a beat on it and fields it successfully for the first out of the bottom of the 7th. Wasn't sure about that one at first, Clayton. Sounded good coming off the bat, but that launch angle was not ideal.
Brings up the shortstop, number 3, Parker Tompkins.
That's going to bring Parker Tompkins to the plate.
He's your shortstop.
The shortstop, the man that hit the game-tying shot yesterday, the 2-run shot to center field. Hoping we don't see any of that tonight. Branham sitting at 103 pitches here in the bottom of the 7th, 1 out, nobody on. As that one comes across the plate for strike 1. Great pitch from Branham there.
He's like a machine, man.
Yeah, he is. Not the love machine, but a machine.
Absolutely.
Here comes the 0-1. Makes contact with that one. They're calling for it, and they will make the catch for the second out of the bottom of the 7th. Who's in there at right, Clayton?
I believe that is Bedingfield.
So Bedingfield moves to right after being...
Taylor's at third.
Yep, Bedingfield at right. Great job there by Bedingfield.
Bat with 2 outs. Catcher number 6, Bryson Hastings.
It's going to bring Hastings to the plate. Page's last hope.
He's 0 for 3 this evening.
He will be 0 for 4 very shortly, hopefully. I feel like we do have an obligatory base runner with 2 outs to end these games sometimes.
It happens.
Not tonight. Not tonight. Columbia gets the win on the pop out to short. Columbia, your winners tonight, 5-2. They clinched the series against Page and secure their spot at second in the district. Clayton, anything to add?
Well, I mean, it's not where you started, it's how you finished. This year we started out 2-7.
I believe so.
We're currently at 16-11, and we're playing our best baseball of the year at the right time. And the obvious sign of that is that we went on the road and beat Page twice. Lost last night a 1-run game. But you got to like the trajectory of this team as we head towards the playoffs. And the most important thing, we get to host the playoffs.
Absolutely. Columbia, winners of either 14 of their last 19 or 15 of their last 20. One of the two. Regardless, impressive nonetheless.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
A phenomenal appearance by Branham Smith on the mound. As you alluded to, Clayton, just an absolute machine mowing them down. Got out of some jams, only surrendered 2, and against this Page team, that's pretty hard to do.
Yeah, I mean, this is a team that's ranked in the state, and, you know, our guys just go out there and do what they're supposed to do, and they play with, you can see they play with a lot of confidence right now, and that's what it's all about. You got to have confidence to do it as a giant moth flies on us and lands on the Pelican.
Oh my goodness, that thing is massive. Apologies, folks. What a way to end this ball game.
Matthew Belkin just got attacked by a giant moth.
I mean, that thing is massive. What a way to end the ball game.
Well, it was fun. It was fun, and Columbia will have a fun bus ride home as they were winners tonight, 5-2, and they take the series over Page.
Folks, thank you for tuning in. I am Matthew Belkin, joined by Clayton Harris. We will be back Friday for senior night versus Oakland, I believe.
I believe that is correct.
I believe that ball game will be at 6 or 6:30. Columbia winners tonight, as Clayton mentioned, 5-2. Gets the series win versus Page. Thanks for listening, folks.
Have a good night.